6-person team from PCBW, along with 2 people from California representing the Free Wheelchair Mission, delivered wheelchairs to disabled people in and around Bogota, Colombia. The generous financial gifts from PCBW made it possible for an entire container of wheelchairs to reach Colombia. The PCBW team went to see how those gifts made an impact. These are a few stories of how a wheelchair from that container brought mobility. Julia is deaf, blind, has cerebral palsy, and has been carried all her life. After her mom placed Julia in her wheelchair, she became alive with joy, found the wheels, and started rolling on her own. Dawn held her hands for a long time. When her shoe fell off while adjusting her footrest, Don tried to put the shoe back on, only to find it was too small and it caused sores. Don then remembered his lost luggage from the trip. A piece of luggage now returned and in the car. In the luggage were 2 pairs of shoes perfect for Julia. Don said, "Most of the time I don't even try to follow the complicated paths God puts before us to accomplish these important tasks. But today even I could see God's plan, and along the way I got to hold hands with an angel." Don Schoendorfer, president of the Free Wheelchair Mission, identifiable by his signature mustache, taught the PCBW team how to assemble and customize chairs, as well as generously share the tangible love of God. Oscar was born premature and has never walked. He's now 16 years old, and his mother, his only means of support, can no longer carry him. When she goes to work, she must leave him behind in his bed. This is his first wheelchair. Because of this chair, his mother can now take Oscar with her when she goes to work in her small store. The dedicated team from the Fundacion Caminos por Colombia, led by Ana Maria, coordinated all the distributions, made the PCBW team feel at home, and invited the team to share in the experience of distributing wheelchairs. Ana Maria wrote to the team after the trip, "Since we knew about Don's mission, we understood that God exists in every person that cares for many people, and somehow, Don is blessed to have invented the wheelchair that changed the life of many around the world." We make a house visit to check up on Maria and see how she has been using her wheelchair. Maria is 83 and blind in one eye. Abandoned 15 years ago by her husband, she has 5 children and 18 grandchildren. She tells us the chair is very comfortable, and she can use it by herself when she goes out in it 1 or 2 days a week to see the doctor, head into town, or to attend church. Bob and Jane pray with her before we leave. In addition to wheelchairs, we passed out toys and treats to children. We left the highways around Bogota and traveled off-road in a 4x4 caravan to deliver chairs to locations hours away from Bogota. The roads were rough, narrow, and possessing surprises around every corner. The generosity of this 4x4 club means those in more remote towns now have wheels of their own, increasing their own mobility over the bumpy paths they encounter. Of course, on a trip like this, we met the expected obstacles. A little patience, flexibility, and the right tools allowed us to continue on our way. Bueno.
Tell him that we are from a church in the U.S., in Idaho, and that our congregation donated the wheelchairs, and so he came to take his story back to our church in the United States.
Okay. ¿Cómo se llama? Es Víctor Manuel. Víctor Manuel. 17. They are not relatives. They just take care of him. 5 years ago, he had thrombosis. Okay. His muscles are not working very well.
Okay, feeding tube.
Feeding
tube and do stuff.
Feeding and to
Drain.
Have they had a wheelchair before for him?
¿Ha tenido silla de ruedas antes? No.
Carry him in that chair?
In that chair. He gets stressed, so he tries to get out. So he falls. Right now, the doctor recommends to go out and do something else, and so the wheelchair is going to be very useful.
These are only a sample of the many stories we could share. Here are some of the other people we met in Colombia, some of whom you directly assisted with your prayers and financial gifts.